What's up, guys? Today I wanted to build a little bit on what I started talking about yesterday when it comes to gift giving, because I feel like I actually learned quite a bit about gift giving and how to give good gifts last year that I didn't know before that I thought maybe some other people could appreciate. So I wanted you to think really quick about a time when you gave kind of like a last minute gift and they're appreciative, they'll say thank you. They'll let you know that they appreciate the effort, but you can tell they aren't like really thrilled about it. It's pretty common to see that, like a general appreciation, but not like real excitement about it. I see that all the time. In fact, that used to be all that I would see. So there's kind of this other side of gift giving where there's a lot of thought put into it. And there's some real meaning behind the gift. The person just really seems to appreciate it more and get actually like physically excited about receiving the gift. So I want to kind of dial in, how do I get that reaction from someone every time I give a gift? And I think it's actually easier than I was led to believe, but it does still take some forethought. So kind of another thought experiment you can do right now is think of a time when you put a lot of thought and effort into a gift and you gave it to them and they weren't excited about it. That would be like worst case scenario, and honestly, you probably can't think of a time that ever happened. Realistically, if you're putting real time and effort into the gifts you're giving to people, then just that little bit extra push to get them something that will make them excited will probably make up the entire difference. So really, there's kind of like two categories in my mind of gifts you can give people that they will be excited about every time. Category number one is you give them a gift that they are not able to get for themselves that they already want. This ranges, more towards the expensive side of gift giving if you're giving to adults, right? Because if it's something that they don't feel like they can afford for themselves or don't want to get for themselves, but you know that they want it, that's a surefire win. They'll appreciate it immensely. So that's kind of one category. And you'll notice this with kids, right? Kids are always, or almost always, excited about their gifts because you know what they want and it's out of their means to get it themselves. So they're going to be excited about it. And, even though like what kids want is usually less expensive than what adults would want, that's kind of fits in that same category, it's still a principle you can use. So that's category number one. Category number two is something that they could get for themselves, but they haven't thought of themselves. This is the sweet spot right here. This is the best kind of gift you can give somebody, in my opinion. Like if you just want them to really feel like you put in all the time and effort, this is the one you got to aim for. You have to know the person pretty well to make this work. You have to think about what are the categories of things that they like? What are similar things to the things that they like, that you know they like? One example, recently I was given a gift that I never would have thought to get for myself, but I thought it was absolutely the coolest thing ever. So basically in my car, I still have a cassette player because it's an older car. It's like a 2003 Nissan Pathfinder. One of my friends knows that I love music, and they know that I love physical media, music. I don't have like a record player or anything or CDs, but I've talked about it. I had mentioned to it that I thought that vinyl was cool and stuff like that. You can see where this is going. They got a couple albums worth of these cassette tapes for me that my car can play. Normally I just use the cassette that has the aux extension, and it's been kind of going out lately. It's on its way out. The whole car is on its way out, but that's a different story. And they got me these physical albums of these artists that they know I like, for these albums that they know I like, but I never would have thought to buy cassette tapes for myself, ever. And now I just might start collecting them all the time. That's another kind of group category you can aim for with giving good gifts, giving gifts they'll be excited about. That one's probably the hardest one. Now there is a third category. I don't know if this one is one that will get the excited reaction from people. Most likely they're going to just be genuinely appreciative of this one, but this is the category I call the meaningful gifts. This shows that you care and that you put time into what you gave them, even if it didn't require money. This would be things like, a handwritten letter or even just like a bouquet of their favorite flowers, or it could even be something as simple as like, you know what their favorite candy is, or, maybe that's a dumb one, but you could get them more of whatever it is that they like. A really good one that falls into this category is something that they used to love that they either broke or lost. So those are kind of like some good ideas for some meaningful gifts you could give that don't really take a lot of money, but they just might do the trick in like expressing real love for a person. And the person that you're giving the gift to will definitely feel that. I used a variety of these different tactics, if you can call them tactics, for gift giving last year. And I just really, really enjoyed them, really enjoyed the learning experience behind that. So what was the best gift that you gave for this last Christmas? Let me know. And of course, subscribe. Gotta plug it. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for tuning in.